Welcome to Submitting to the Alpha, a spicy paranormal romance web serial. Dive into Isabella and Roman's sizzling shifter romance and experience the thrill of toying with an alpha like never before. Join the adventure now. We hope you enjoy.
Chapter 55. Isabella. Riker was dead. Michelle was showering in the lichen packhouse bathroom, and I was lying on my bed, staring up at my ceiling and thinking about how different everything suddenly was. Without Riker breathing down my neck, and without the pain of Roman refusing to mark me, I felt free. So I did the only logical thing to do when you kill the leader of the lichens, slaughter hundreds of rogues, and get marked, all within 24 hours. I rested my head against the headboard, spread my legs, and slipped my hand into my underwear. My eyes fluttered closed as I played with my clit, rubbing my fingers around in small circles. Wetness pooled between my thighs. I needed this, something to help me relax after tonight. "You're your own woman, huh?" Roman asked. I opened my eyes to see Roman standing in the doorway. He stepped into my room and closed the door behind him, crossing his arms over his chest and leaning against the door. Moonflowers twinkled on my windowsill, just like they did at my parents' house, bouncing off his golden eyes. I smirked at him as he walked over to me, so slowly that it was almost terrorizing. He stood over the bed, drawing his hand up my thighs, parting them, giving him a better view of my pussy. "You remember what I told you I would do to you, don't you?" "Ravish me?" I teased, still touching myself for him.
This section was removed because it includes an explicit sex scene. Unfortunately, some platforms don't allow such material. To listen to it uncensored, go to reamstories.com/EmiliaRoseAudio and subscribe.
Moonlight flooded in through the window, making his skin glow. I sat up against the headboard, resting my head against the wood, and sighed. In a weird kind of way, we were back to normal. Someone knocked on the door, and I pulled Roman's shirt over my body and walked over to answer it. Roman sat up in bed and rested one arm behind his head, his bicep flexing. I peeked my head out of the door to see Derek standing there with Raj. He had his arms crossed over his chest and was raising a suspicious brow at me. "Are you done?" Derek asked. I narrowed my eyes at him. "Don't are you done me, Derek." "You're needed," Raj said. "The lichens are holding a meeting." "We'll be out in a minute." I closed the door and tossed Roman his clothes. Before we left my room, he gazed in my mirror at his neck and smiled, his fingers trailing alongside it. I rested my head on his shoulder and smiled. "Mine." "Always yours, Isabella," he said. He grabbed my hand and tugged me out the door and to the training area where all the lichens were talking war with each other. When they saw me, everyone quieted down and Raj stepped forward. "Isabella," he said, "we have talked for a while about what will happen to the lichens since Riker is gone, and we came to a decision." Michelle stepped forward. "Wait, can I tell her?" She looked at Raj, as a thank you. When he stepped away, she gazed at me with a soft smile on her face. "Would you like to lead the lichens?" My eyes widened, and I squeezed Roman's hand. I gazed around at all the men and women who I had trained with relentlessly this past month. They had been nothing but good, loyal people, my people, lichens. I gazed up at Roman and frowned. But I had found my mate, and we had mated for real. I wasn't about to give that up again. I would never give my mate up again. I knew now that he respected me. Roman paused for a few moments, then smiled. "I think you should do it, Isabella. You're strong beyond belief." But I won't be able to be with you. Raj stepped forward again. Actually, that was a rule that Riker put in place. You are free to stay with Roman whenever you'd like, as long as you're committed to helping us. Roman nudged me, and I smiled up at him with so many butterflies. I couldn't believe that this was real life. This was my moment, and my mate was supporting me through it. I nodded my head. I'll do it.
You've reached the end of this episode. Thanks for listening. To get up to 4 weeks additional uncensored content, subscribe to the podcast at reamstories.com/Amelia Rose Audio. Due to content restrictions, explicit sex scenes will only be available through Ream, but if you'd like to continue listening to my free episodes, make sure to hit the follow button to receive updates.